Afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So it's a sunny but very windy day in Cyprus, lots of cloud, so I'm in here crafting. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do Roxycreations. It's the hinged pockets. So what I'll do is I'll show you on here. So this is it, and what happens is it goes in the journal. I'll pick this page. So it's glued down there and there, so you've got a pocket there, and this one just hinges open, and I've decorated that. I've also done a small one out of coffee dyed paper. That one doesn't have a pocket on it, so that one would just sit, and you can put some washi tape over there, but it will still hinge out. This one is a bigger one. Again, you would have a pocket there, and then that hinges out, and you can make tags, you can put documents or anything in them. So this is what we're going to do today. Now I've used dandelion and turmeric dyed paper, coffee dyed paper and digital paper on that one. So I'm going to use some book page. Now this is just page that I've mocked up ink. So first of all, and this one's going to be a hinged pocket, so it's going to have like a side pocket. So we do this one. So all this does is it just reinforces the edge. And we stick that down like that, and we want our pocket on the side of the page like that. So that's that one. This side I'm doing a wee flap, but this is just to give the pocket, it's not getting stuck down, this is just to give the pocket a little bit more depth. So if you stick it directly down, you get a tight pocket, but by giving it a kind of gusset, it just makes it that little bit more freer. So I'll use this to put it down, and we want to do under there and along there, and then put that down and put that down along there. Now, normally I would use a circle punch to get the thumb notches in, however I don't have a circle punch, so I've just been using a lid and a pencil. So if you don't have a circle punch, I prefer a clear lid, but it doesn't matter. What's the one that we stuck over, and here the top is a smaller circle. I think I'll use we'll use this one. Now I don't know whether I've got it in the middle. If I haven't, I haven't. Now he's telling me that he loves me. I love you too. Bless him. Okay, so as I say, that's book page. And it looks quite nice, and we'll have a look at it on a page. So it would go on a page. Obviously you can use larger book page, you know, you can fill the whole, do it the full height of the, or you know, put that down there, but you stick that in, and obviously I wouldn't use it there because it doesn't go with it, but then you've got your page that sticks out. Trying to find, I don't think I've got a page in here that it would go with. Ah, there we are. So you could, that's a clear page because obviously the digital's white on the other side. I've not inked on the back of that, I've not printed, but there. Or you could have it, you know, against something that's quite neutral. We've decorated those, so what I'll do is I'll do another one, do a digital again. Now these have had a white edge right the way around. It's just the way I printed the things out when I was printing out to come out here. I just didn't set my printer to print the full page. So what I'll do is I'll tuck that in again. So this is going to be the flap that's going to go on the book page. And then turn it over, and again you want your little flap for your gusset. I think that's what you call them. And then we do that to that edge, like that. So I'll stick this down. So what I've done is I've trimmed that down to the size of the page, so it's 19. So 21 centimeters is normally, so I've taken that much off, but I did take a bit off the bottom as well, and that is the bottom. So the top again, use this, and I think I'll put the notch. No, I won't, because I like that right in there. What have I done with my pencil? Oh, there it is. I keep putting things down and then I lose them. So we'll do that one, and I'll do a very shallow one in there. And I think this is the 4th of the Roxycreations weekly challenges. Obviously by the time you see this, I think she'll be on to probably the 6th one, but it's just the way I've got my videos scheduled. And I remember watching them, not last year because she didn't do them last year, she did them the year before, but I just caught them sort of like a third of the way, so I didn't really, I did a few. I was kind of just dabbling in digitals and things like that. But then when she started this year, I thought, oh great, because obviously you're making journals and you know you want ephemera to go in them. So, and it is one way of getting your ephemera, and like it's a kind of a, she does a mass make. She puts the clock on, and you know, she has like a conveyor belt type thing, an assembly line. So she'll do all her folding, and she'll do a gluing and a cutting, and then she does a decorating. But I kind of, I'm not that organised. Alright, so we've got this one. I know that shows up there, but that's going to go on the page again. That's when we're doing belly bands. We're doing belly bands in the Back to Basics. So we'll open the page. Oh, that's a bit of a busy page. Right, so we'll put that one on there. So that's still a busy page for this. So there you've got your, I took a bit more off than what I needed to. I could have took it down to 20. So you stick it down there, and then you've got your pocket, so you decorate that the way you want it decorated. So, and that's part of the Back to Basics. Right, so we'll do some decorating. So I have some little bits of botanicals here, and I thought I will do a little bit of the botanicals. Now I did cut them out with sort of like very, very fine paper, some of it, so it's a bit squished and stuck. So we'll move this out of the way. And there were just dies. I was just sorting through my dies, and there were ones that I hadn't used for ages, so I was just playing about with them. And what have we got in there? We've got an autumn one, so it's autumn colours. Yeah, and I quite like that, so we'll stick that down. Now I'm going to use this glue. Now I've had a pin in this. Now this pin isn't stainless steel, so as you can see it's quite black, so when I pour out the glue, it will be kind of horrible coloured. It, as I keep saying, it doesn't do anything to the glue consistency or anything. It's just, it's not a nice colour. So if you were trying to glue something white, there, can you see? You know, it could mark it. However, I'm not gluing on white paper, so I'm not that bothered. But the weather here keeps changing. We've got some, it's not cold compared to where we've come from. We've come from Scotland and we're here for 3 months. I think today's 15 degrees, that's the coldest it's been, so that's what, 50, it's about 60 degrees, but we've got wind. Although it's a west wind, it's not an icy cold northeast wind. And the sea's a bit rough. It's the roughest I've seen it since we've been here. But yeah, so we're all wrapped up. But obviously we go out, well, I mean, we went out for coffee this morning and it was a nice walk. But we've had sort of like this month is like the month for thunderstorms, and if it's dry, you know, if it's not raining, you often see quite a lot of thunderstorms here where there's no rain, the rain isn't, and you can sit out and you can watch the lightning over the mid, and it's quite stunning actually. unless you're frightened of thunder, and then it's kind of scary, especially when the thunder's right above you. We had a couple of cracks like that this last night. We were trying to watch the telly. I was like, oh, I'm not frightened of it. Obviously, I'm not over keen on it when it's like really loud like that. Right, so I'm not putting these down straight away because I want to put this one in. And this is a dye as well. It's you get the 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, and it just cuts them out, and they cut fancy little frames out with them as well, so they're quite nice. I quite like that. That's nice. And what have I got in there? I've been doing some little tags. I put them in the bag and then closed it up and realised the bag was open at the side. So no. Oh, there's a, I don't know what, yeah, there's a brown one, that one would do. So it's just a, that's a bit too big. Yeah, put a little bit of wood page on it. We'll see if we can lift this up. There we are. And I think I've got a wee blockage in here somewhere. Sometimes it plays nice, this glue, and other times it just will not play at all. And I'm squeezing it that hard that my hand's shaking. There we are. So there we've got that. So I'll not put anything on that because sometimes when I do this kind of ephemera, I put it away and, like, you know, organise it. And then when I come to do my journal, if I decorate it too much, I can't add bits to it to make it match the journal. So I'll leave that page. That page is going to be stuck down. That part of the pocket's going to be stuck down. And I'll decorate them too. But I quite like that. But it'll need to go in an autumn journal unless I do a season journal. So it's like that when I put it's really a teapot, but I've got coffee, so it's a coffee pot. It can be whatever you want. So we've got this one. Now what we're going to put on this one, what have I got in this? Put them out the way. Oh, I've got an octopus. I'm not putting an octopus on it. When I was cutting the dies out, my granddaughter was there. Well, the 2 granddaughters were there, and they found the sea dies, and they were like, "Oh, cut them out, Granny, cut them out." So I had to cut this. So they went home with octopuses and shells, and as they do. I've got some seahorses and things in there, dearie me. Oh, we've got some feathers. And we've got some sparkly feathers as well. I wonder if we put it, that was because I was letting them play with the glitter. There's a pair of scissors. That one's got a bit of pink on it. Dearie me. I must have just been throwing them all away, not throwing them away, but throwing them all in the bag, and I've just shoved them in. Right, okay, I think we'll have the feather. Now, do I want the big feather, and do I want any greenery on it? Or do I want a real feather? Yes, I've got some real feather. That maybe be good. It's quite like that one though, it's pretty. Right, you can go back in there. Right, so we'll put this one on. Now I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. If it's material or anything, I'll use Fabri-Tac, and feathers I think I'll stick down with. Oh no, I've got to plug in this one as well. No, I was just using it this morning. Ah, that's it. If you want something to stick down, and then are we going to put that one onto there? Try not to get too much Fabri-Tac out. This one's got a bit of glitter on, so we're going to have a little bit of bling on this one. And feathers go with anything. And then if we put that over the top, I've got some paisley patterns, but they're all green. Put in here. Book binding, some right, this is like cheesecloth that I multi-dyed a wee while ago, so we'll see what this looks like. This is it looks like a pocket full of interesting things, so we'll stick this down. Oops. And I'll just put some of this over the top, some around the two sides and the bottom. And then we'll stick that down there. And that's kind of got the colours in that's in the background. And yes, it is a wonder, because we'll be wondering what it all is. Right, so we've got a little bit of book binding, old book binding. We've got some dyed cheesecloth, a fake bling feather and a real feather. So there we are. So that's quite, oh, I've got a ship's wheel, and that'll go back with the seahorse and the octopus. I'll have to go through all that and then put them in a bag. And then when they come, I don't have to cut any more out. They can play sticking and gluing with the ones that they've already wanted me to cut out. Put that in there. Get that feather. Okay, so let me see what we've got now. So we've got this one. We've got this one, and I just put, that's a little bit of William Morris paper. I just had a wee tiny bit and I just ripped it in half. Again, I used a stencil on that, and I didn't want to do too much. I put that on because it matched the paper. Again, and I put a tab on that. I quite like those tabs. Again, that one was the T. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a little tab on that. Where are those little tabs? I've got my Kingfisher one here, because I'm going to have a go at, there we are. I'm going to do some watercolouring on my little Kingfisher. And I want that one on the side, yeah. Right, just lifting it up a bit. And we'll just put a little bit of ink on it. Sun's getting brighter, but it's still windy. So there's that one. And I think I will put a tab on that one. That's not got a pocket in, so that will just go into, and I think probably what I'll do is, this is the Back to Basics journal that we've been working on, because I've gone back to basics, just everything explained, and I'll probably, that's the belly band that we're working on, probably put that in there or something. That's quite nice, but I want to colour it in first. So I hope you get something out of that, and if you want to see, I think it's hashtag Roxy's Weekly Challenge. If you put it in on YouTube, I think even Facebook and Instagram, you'll get what everybody's been making on the Roxy Weekly Challenge, and what Rachel from Roxycreations has been doing herself. So it is a way of you know, getting more ephemera. Learning new techniques. Some of them are quite simple. She doesn't really do lots of complicated things. I like her style. I think it's brilliant, and she always has that like oldie worldy Italian ephemera and old books and everything that she uses. Anyway, enough waffle. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.